You got it.
Was I already a superstar by the age of 5? Did I release 137 songs? Was I called the king of pop? Or was I all of the above? The correct answer is all of the above. Who am I? I am Michael Jackson. I was born August 29th, 1958. Growing up, it was very hard. My father's name was Joe. My mother's name was Catherine. All of my brothers' names were Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, Marlon, and Randy. And my sisters' names were Latoya, Rebby, and as you may know, the singer Janet Jackson. My father was very strict growing up, and I was the third youngest child out of 8. In 1964, I joined a group called Jackson 5 with some other of my brothers. And before that, me and my brothers knew that we really wanted to grow up and sing and perform. So my dad had a guitar in his closet that he would not let anybody touch. So one day when he wasn't home, we snuck into his room and we got his guitar and started playing it. But then a string broke and he got really mad at us. And our mother told him the truth, that we were really good at singing and performing, and he bought my brother Tito a shiny red guitar later on. And after that, that is when we became the Jackson 5. We would go all around the world and go in school contests, and we even won at the Apollo and Motown. Our dad was an influence to us because he bought out all of our instruments for us, and he helped us along the way. Our dad was also in a band called the Falcons to earn extra money. Growing up, I found one of my hobbies was singing and performing, and I knew that that is definitely what I was going to be when I grew up. I enjoyed it so much. Whenever I was sad, that's what I would do to make me feel better. When I got older, I started getting pimples, and it was really hard for me because I got made fun of, and some fans wouldn't even recognize me sometimes. And even though I had pimples, I was so famous that sometimes I would get scratched by angry, feisty fans. And I got made fun of by my brother and even my dad. Another influence to me was Diana Ross. She helped me with everything that I know today. I would hang out at her house when I didn't really live anywhere because we moved to California. And she helped me sing and record my records. A little before 1978, I was a solo artist. Another obstacle is in 1984, I nearly died from a Pepsi commercial. My hair caught on fire and I was suffering from 2nd and 3rd degree burns. And it was really hard for me because when my hair caught on fire, I had a bunch of bald spots and sadly they never grew back. That is why I wore wigs. Another obstacle is that people accused me of bleaching my skin, but my dermatologist told me that I was diagnosed with a disease called vitiligo, which is a disease that you get that causes you to lose pigment. Some awards that I won 8 Grammys, which is the most Grammys that one person can win in 1 year, and I got 12 nominations for my song Thriller. My famous move, the moonwalk, was a big hit. In 1983, I actually did it for the first time in concert. I produced 137 songs from 10 albums, and another influence to me was John Branca. He helped me make my records, and he actually wrote some songs for me. And along with some #1 hits such as Wanna Be Starting Something, Smooth Criminal, The Way You Make Me Feel, Pretty Young Thing, Dirty Diana, Black or White, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, Beat It, Man in the Mirror, Thriller, and Blame It on the Boogie were one of my biggest hits, along with Jam. That was my opening song for every single concert that I did. I had the best-selling album in history. I had 4 top 10 songs, and my songs were so good that at all of my concerts, boys and girls would start passing out because they couldn't believe how good I was.
Okay.
Another obstacle is when I was 21 years old, when I was a solo artist, I had to fire my dad, which he was my manager at that time, because he was being way too controlling. I know that people accuse me of bleaching my skin, but sometimes I did use bleaching cream because I got pimples in my face and I was embarrassed because I also had plastic surgeries. The doctors actually had to break my nose twice and rebuild it because of all the surgery that was going on. In 1988, I bought a house called the Neverland Ranch. It was over 3,000 acres. It had the ship ride, a Ferris wheel, a carousel, a mini roller coaster, and even the swing ride and the spider thing. I don't know how to explain it. But it also had a big movie theater and a whole video game collection. In 1994, I married my beautiful wife, Lisa Marie Presley, which is the daughter of Elvis Presley, or the King of Rock. And in 1996, I divorced with her, and I married a lady named Debbie Rowe. And in 1997, I had my first son named Prince Michael Jackson. And in 1998, I had my first daughter named Paris Catherine Michael Jackson. And in 2002, Prince Michael Jackson II was born. And Prince Michael Jackson II, his nickname was Blanket. Some of my famous quotes or sayings that I said was, lies run sprints, but truths run marathons. Another one was, just doing as good as you did last time isn't good enough. And one of my favorites, I'm going to search for my star until I find it. It is hidden in the drawer of innocence, wrapped in the scarf of wonder. Some famous dance moves or clothing that I wore, I did the moonwalk. I always went on my tippy toes in the song, well, in all different songs. And I also did the kick when the beat really hit me. And I always wore one glove, don't know why. And my right hand was actually the hand that I used to hold the microphone with all the time. I wore shiny socks along with white socks. I had the shiny jacket and the black fedora. Now for some fun facts. In 1978, I starred as the Scarecrow in The Wiz, a remake of The Wizard of Oz, because Diana Ross actually helped me. She was one of the directors or producers. She knew that I was capable of doing all the dance moves, and it really helped me express my feelings. Did you know that Drake and I made a song called Don't Matter to Me? Also, in 2000, I made 137 songs out of 10 albums. And out of 137 songs, surprisingly, I only made 9. I only wrote 9 myself. If you didn't know, I was really shy and embarrassed. And I was extremely ticklish. Don't even get me started. Did you know Billie Jean was the first video by a black artist to air on MTV? I had a pet ram named Mr. Tibbs. I had 2 llamas named Louis and Lola. I had a python named Crusher. I had a boa constrictor named Muscles. And the only pet that I have with me right now is my pet Bubbles, my pet chimpanzee named Bubbles. He would be there for me when I was writing songs. He was my best friend growing up. In 1997, I was declared the most famous person in the whole world. And the thing I loved the most was children. I even had a bunch of sculptures at my house, and I would take them over to my house and just play with them, go on rides, give them a tour of my huge house right here, and that was my backyard. And I would just have a lot of fun with them. Thank you, and good night. Good afternoon. Thank you. This is me in Jackson 5 in the center. This is me before I did all that stuff to my skin. This is my album Bad when I did all that stuff to my body. This is my #1 hit album, Thriller. This is Bubbles and I. And this is my house and my backyard. And I have this for you. I have something for you guys. They're already signed and everything. I did them last night. All of them are the same, so you don't have to argue. I just realized
Oh, I get them. Thank you. I'm trying to keep this forever.
Oh my gosh, she's even on my list.
No, I love it. Oh my god.
And now for my concert or my DVD, my song Billie Jean, which I did the movie. Yes, I love this song. Myah Jackson. No, I'm Michael Jackson.
I'm like just drinking.
Cal.
Cal.
Oh.
Just hit any red button or the.
Oh, color.
Just let it. There you go.